We're joined this morning on This Week on Iowa by head coach Jack Dahm, the head Hawkeye of the Iowa baseball program. Coach, the Hawkeyes came out of the weekend 2 out of 3 against the Wildcats. Great start to the Big Ten Conference season. What can you say about those Hawkeyes?
Well, it was a good weekend for us. Winning the series, and that's our goal every weekend in Big Ten play. If you can go 2-1, you got a chance to be at the top of the league. And I'll tell you what, it was 3 hard-fought games. We got tremendous pitching, so did Northwestern. And thank goodness we got some timely hitting from our young freshman Jacob Yasinich on Friday. Drove in a couple of big runs and actually had 3 RBIs on the weekend. And it was good to see, though. We played very solid baseball. We need to get the bats going, of course, but we pitched very well and we played outstanding defense.
Well, you played well here in front of the home crowd. Great crowd all weekend at Dwayne Banks Field. You're back home tomorrow night against UNO. What kind of challenges does the midweek game present, and what are you looking forward to?
Well, you know what, I'm very big in midweek games, trying to gain momentum going into the weekend. And today we're going to go out and practice. Hopefully the weather cooperates, and we need to have a good, crisp practice. With all the games that we've been playing, we haven't had a chance to get out there and work on things, especially from a defensive standpoint and offensive standpoint. So, UNO is going to come in here. They're a talented bunch that's had a lot of injuries. They're just turning Division I this year, but they've won 5 out of their last 7 games, and they didn't play over the weekend. So they're going to be coming in here pretty fresh with some of their top pitchers ready to go. And we have to be ready to go from a mental standpoint and just play good, clean, solid baseball. If we do that, we got a good chance of coming out on top.
Oh, right now your team's got some momentum. 2 out of 3 set against Northwestern. Big game against UNO, so you can carry that momentum into this weekend against Indiana. But besides the momentum, what do you need to do to have some success against the Hoosiers?
Well, what we'd like to do, Indiana is very similar to us. They've got some very good starting pitching and very young from a position player standpoint. They play 5 to 6 freshmen position players during the game. So for us, the biggest thing is just play good, solid baseball. We got to continue to pitch and play good, solid defense. And then it's really going to come down to who has a timely hitting. When you go to Indiana, it's a smaller ballpark and the wind can be blowing out, so it might not be 2-1 games, but it might be 5 to 4 games. And when you get guys in scoring position, you got to drive them in. That's the biggest key. Is everyone always talks about pitching, defense, and hitting wins you the championships, but it's really about the timely hitting to go along with the pitching and defense. And we've had a little bit of that, and we'd like to see us get back to averaging. If we can score 5 runs a game, I think we got a tremendous chance of coming out on top.
Well, big weekend coming up. We got UNO Wednesday night here at Dwayne Banks Field, and then, like you said, you're heading to Indiana. Big game. Big conference game against the Hoosiers. Coach, good luck. Keep things rolling, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot, Brew.
We're joined this morning on This Week on Iowa by Marla Looper, the head Hawkeye for the University of Iowa softball program. Coach, we continued Big Ten season last week. We had Wisconsin here in town and lost 2 out of 3. We had some close games, maybe some missed opportunities, but what can you say about that weekend?
It's unfortunate we couldn't take that first weekend at home and take care of our opponent in Wisconsin. They did a nice job of just plugging away. The plus was our team never gave up. We were battling back towards the 6th and 7th inning in all those games. Fortunate to get 1 win of the 3, but we did have a lot of chances that we didn't take advantage of, didn't take care of the ball. And it's hard to win ball games when you're not taking care of those little things. And so we're going to key on that this week. We've got a full week of practice. Take that into our Illinois series this weekend, and it would be nice to come with a win of a series.
Now, I know to reverse those fortunes, it might be a little bit easier to do here in front of the home crowd. I understand great crowds at Pearl Field last weekend. What can you say about those Hawkeye faithful coming out for the Hawks?
It was great. The weather always helps, especially this time of year. And I know in any outdoor sport, we like when we have some good weather. The fans enjoy it. But we do have some great faithful fans. We got a bunch of new fans, a lot of young ones, a lot of older ones, and you just love when the people are there supporting the student athletes because they deserve it. They work hard for it, and whether we win or lose, they still are great support. And it's nice to have them at the ballpark.
Well, most of those fans will be there this weekend, Illinois. Doubleheader on Saturday. It's a big opportunity for you and the Hawkeyes. What's it going to take to capitalize on this opportunity against the Illini? We
got to take care of the ball. We got to do the little things. We've had some solid pitching on our staff, and we got to take care of the ball behind them, as well as executing offensively. When we execute, we're going to put some runs on the board. Illinois is a formidable opponent. They took the series from Minnesota this last weekend, who's a very quality ball club. So they're coming in on a high, coming in 2-1. We're 1-2, and I'd like to reverse those roles a little bit and take the series and kind of get our notch there in the Big Ten to make our way towards the end to win that championship.
Well, the big Big Ten weekend begins at 1 o'clock at Pearl Field against the Illini. Coach, good luck to you and the Hawkeyes, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.